Hey, you on my page. Like and subscribe and let's keep this thing. Nothing rhymes with page that makes sense to me. Just like and subscribe, okay? Just do that. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Lecrae. Let's just talk about it. For some people, it's the elephant in the room. For some people, it's not. For some people, it's like y'all are like eavesdropping on the conversation. Everybody has a perspective and an opinion, and I'm gonna give mine. Okay, and so that's what you came here for. You came here to hear my thoughts on this particular thing. Maybe you came to argue in the comments about this particular thing, but is Christian hip hop dead?
Oh God, please, no, no!
Why is that even being brought into question? Why would I even bring up something like that? I come from a time period where Christian hip hop was kind of like this groundswell, and it was like crazy tours and flavor fests and award shows and all kinds of different things were happening all over the country. And it was really like a big, massive thing. There wasn't a lot of money involved, but it was very popular. It was like bubbling underground. And then it became very popular and everybody was traveling and doing tours and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And now there's not as much of those things going on. Right? Like we don't see them as much. So does that mean it fell off? What's going on here? Now, for some people, they don't even know what Christian hip hop is. And I've contributed to like that ambiguity because, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as the genre is concerned, I felt like I didn't want to be boxed into a particular genre. And I just was trying to stretch my arms and go further than I'd gone before, caused a lot of confusion, and I take full ownership for that. For all intents and purposes, there is a category of hip hop music that is Christian, right? Like it's made by Christians, generally for Christians. And then there's what some people call gospel rap. That's a whole nother conversation. Really, when you say Christian hip hop or gospel rap, oftentimes they're really the same thing. It's just that two different cultures of people are encountering it, and that's the titles that they're giving it, right? So that's a whole nother conversation for another time. Is CHH dead? I mean, I don't think it is. I don't think it's dead. I think it's vibrant, and I think the artists are gonna have to embrace the origins and the roots and when it was just underground and like bubbling. Also, I think it's helpful for the younger generation to understand what the older generation contributed toward, what has been established, what has been built, so that they can follow in those footsteps. Oftentimes, people see what somebody like myself has done, and they say, oh, I want to do that, instead of realizing the steps it took in order to get there. I did all the youth groups. I did all the summer camps. I did all the D-Nows. I did all of that stuff. It wasn't just an overnight thing. And so I think a lot of times people want to skip steps. And it really was never about success. I was never trying to get to this place. There was definitely some struggles once I got to the place of, you know, whatever commercial success is, but it was never like a rush to get here. I wasn't aiming for that. I was just aiming for people's hearts. And so now I see there's been like a lot of young individuals who just want to be successful, but there's also individuals who just want to like, are passionate about, you know, their faith. There's some individuals who are just passionate about the craft, and I think, man, we gotta learn how to come together. Not to say people aren't doing that, people are doing that. They are coming together. Even as we speak, there's folks who linking up right now. But we gotta consistently do that, and multi-generationally as well. Folks don't know about Stephen Wiley, about Preacher in Disguise, T-Bone. You know, folks don't even be knowing about Grits and Cross Movement and the roads that was paved. I realized the roads that was paved for me, and I want other people to realize the roads that were paved for them, because, you know, we mirror the culture of hip hop in a lot of ways. So I don't think it's dead. I think it still has room to thrive and can be innovative and awesome, as long as people stop worrying about what the outside world thinks of them. Like, just embrace who you are and love it. I love seeing like Indie Tribe and Not Clydes and Miles Minix, and man, I just love seeing this new crop of individuals, you know what I mean? Swayze and just even our artists here, you know, from Hovies. I like the Caleb Gordons. I love seeing, you know, Angie Rose and all these individuals come together and just figure out how to elevate this culture, because this culture paints a picture of what God is doing in the world. And so when we're so worried about what everyone else thinks, then we're not being who we were created to be. We're trying to be what they want us to be. But when we're saying, hey, who are we? And what are we care about? Then I think we can move forward. Now, it is distinct because it's full of Christians, but it's still hip hop. So we have to remember that as well. Like, we can't just like say, as long as I say Jesus a few times, I can do away with the craftsmanship and the art. Like, hip hop is based on writing and rhyming, and it's a whole craft and a culture, and God redeems culture. So like, go in there and show them like, yo, yes, I love the Lord, and yes, I do this hip hop thing. Like, I'm good at it. I'm gifted at it. I appreciate it, and I think people will pay attention to that, and they'll rock with you. So, is it dead? Nah, I think it's just another phase, and I think it's gonna come back roaring in a whole new way if it stays on the path that it's on. And yeah, man, I'm excited to see what the future holds. I'm here for it. I'm here to support it, and you know, I appreciate y'all. Keep going, keep pushing.
What's going on, y'all? Thank you for checking out my channel. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and ring the bell for the notifications. Also, check me out on social media. Name is spelled Lecrae. God bless y'all.